All right. Demilade and Taiwo, I want to welcome you guys to my office. How are you guys doing today?
We're
Very
doing
well,
good.
Of
thank
course, as you know, my name is Busola, a relationship counselor, and I'm so glad that you both have come here today. So,
Yes.
you guys look, I must say, cute together.
Thank you,
Well,
thank
we
you,
try. Thank you.
I see, Demilade, you are smiling and you're glowing. So, there's obviously something good that Taiwo's doing.
A lot,
He's
a
been
lot,
he's been
a lot.
A lot.
good.
Okay. We're gonna get to that
It's
in
been
a
good.
little bit, but well, again, welcome. So, one of the very first question that I want to ask you guys today is, what is your goal for coming here today? What do you want to get out of this counseling session today?
I think for the most part, as you can see, we're good, we're happy. But at the end of the day, is to make sure that every I's are dotted, every T's are crossed. Make sure that we're good. There's full honesty and transparency, and just make sure before we do the needful and start doing every other thing, start spending a lot of money. Make sure everything's done. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And what about you from your perspective, Tyler?
Yeah, I just want to build the trust, and I want to communicate more to my fiancée,
You're doing well.
and and I want her to trust me more. That's one of the reason. I'm just trying to figure out how best we can do it. But we spoke about it and we decided to come for a counsel session. So
All right. So I just want to make sure that I understand the both of you. Demilade, from your perspective, you want to make sure there's openness in your relationship.
Yes.
You want to see if, this is what both of you want to do, at least committed for the rest of your life. And from your perspective, you want to make sure that there's trust. You want to be able to communicate more.
yes.
Is there, so next question I want to ask, is there anything that you're doing that you think is not building trust in your relationship, or even from you, Demilade?
I can't think of.
Or is there anything that you think Ty was doing that's not
Is
building
there something
trust?
you done there?
No,
No, I don't think there's nothing. He hasn't given me a reason to worry. So this is just, making sure that things are, properly done. There's communication, like he stated, and we're communicating right. And especially, when there's an argument, how to communicate and get past it, things like that.
Perfect. Perfect. So how did you guys meet?
You want to say the story?
It was actually very, very
He was
coincidence.
filming me.
It was coincidence.
He's such a
It
beautiful
was
girl.
actually
You couldn't say
coincidence.
no.
A beauty alone actually radiated to me, from afar. I was at the airport and I was like, before we got on the flight, when we tried to board from the check-in, I was looking at her from afar. I was just praying that our seat is closer to where I'm going to sit. I was even trying to get through to the, those people at the check-in counter to tell them that, oh, can you do it? So I can be,
So you guys can be sitting next to each
together
other
or something like that.
So you can shoot your shot.
Because my mind was like, this is the person I want to be with.
Wait. Immediately when you saw her, you knew
it
she was the
was
person you wanted
actually
to be
love
with.
at first sight.
How?
It was love
Wow.
at first sight.
See?
Seeing her, the way she actually attended
I know.
to people within, she came with a family member. When you're living in Nigeria now, they will have to follow you to the airport, and you have to leave. So the people around her, her family, her friends, and the way she was communicating, I was just trying to observe, like,
So you
who
were
is this? Who is this girl? Who is this black diamond? So
you were assisting her
Yes. So actually, she's hearing this for the first time. Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to fall my hand now. I don't want to fall my hand. So we got on the plane. As God we got on the plane. Our flight from Nigeria we had a stopover in Atlanta. So our flight from Nigeria to Atlanta. So the guy sitting closer to, she was like 2 seats ahead of me. So I was like, I was just looking, where's this? I came into the, my boarding pass. I came in before she came to the plane. So I was sitting there, I was just observing where is she going to sit and everything. So as God we have, she was sitting like 2 seats ahead of me. So she sat down and I was like, okay, let these people, everybody should just sit down. So she sat down and the other guy sat up beside her and I went to meet the guy, please, can we switch our seat? And luckily enough, the guy was not so arrogant, and he understand now that the Ninja way now. So it is big fish. I must not miss this big fish. So I saw her and I sat down close to her, started interacting, and the first thing she did was the way she spoke to me got me carried away. I was like, man, this is someone I want to know more. This is someone I want to know more. And we got talking, and that's how we met.
Okay.
And we stayed in contact, and we came back.
That's true. At first I'm like, why are you switching seats? Why are you here? What are you looking for? But he was very nice. He was a gentleman.
So how would you say the relationship has been so far from the day you met up until this point?
It has actually it's been good. No relationship is perfect. We've had moments, but being able to communicate and talk through it and try to understand, what the other person is coming from, and being able to give the other person the opportunity to say what's bothering them, and being able to address it. It's been good. It's had its ups and downs. But like I said, the essence of this therapy or this counseling was to, have a more, professional advice. Also, taking the next step is a huge thing. So you have to make sure you're well equipped, to face whatever comes ahead.
Okay. So in order to be able to build a healthy, stable, long-term relationship, especially in a marriage, one of the key ingredients or one of the key qualities that a relationship needs is for you guys to be able to trust one another.
Yeah.
And in order for you to trust, you have to be vulnerable. Vulnerability comes from where you're sharing information about yourself, those intimate information, things that you normally would not share with other people. And you're able to share it with that person without feeling like you're going to be rejected, or without feeling like, this person is going to share your secret with somebody else. That's part of being able to build the trust. And also part of trust is a two-way street.
True.
You having the ability to be able to trust one another, and also being able to know if that person is trustworthy.
Yeah.
And part of it is, being vulnerable with each other. So would you say that you guys have gotten to that point in your relationship where you've been able to share those intimate part of yourself, information about you that you normally wouldn't share with other people? Or even if it's from your past relationship, from when you were young, or things about your family, just to be able to create that trust with one another.
Well, I can say I have. For me, I don't speak for myself. I know I have. I have said everything. He knows virtually everything about me. He knows my family. There's I think we had the longest conversation on the flight back, which was where pretty much said a lot of stuff. I guess we felt comfortable from the onset. I felt comfortable enough to share a lot of details about me. And when he asks anything, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what it is. I explain ahead of time, because I don't want a situation where you go out and someone says, oh, Demi said this, Demi did this, or Demi used to do this. You'll be able to say, oh yeah, she did tell me, I know about it already.
Exactly.
So you're not blindsided. I don't like to be blindsided. So I don't want whoever I'm with to feel the exact same way. So I'm going to tell you ahead of time. So in case, people are just going to say anything. So that way you're able to say, oh, I know about it already, so don't worry about it. You can just brush off people. So for me, yes.
I totally understand, because when you have when you trust that person, it improves your communication with that person. It allows you to want to share more. You want to open to that person more. So, do you think you've been in that state of mind where you feel like you've been able to share, just like she said, she said you practically know everything about her. Now, do you feel like it's vice versa, or do you feel like you've been able to share intimate part of your life and information about you that, maybe you've kept a secret, or you normally wouldn't share with anybody? Do you think you've been completely open and transparent with her?
Okay, while you reading down?
It's actually,
No,
it's actually, I can say I'm 100% honest to her, with her. And
okay, Damien, calm down.
it's something I've been holding back, for quite some time. And
Before you go ahead, Damien, you need a part of you guys come in here It's to be
Yeah,
able to have
but
those
I'm
necessary.
surprised he's acting this way. That's why. So, okay.
Part of the reason why you're here is to be able to have those necessary conversations.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying? And first to be able to facilitate those conversations.
Okay.
So let him talk.
All right. You can talk.
I can't look at her face
Why not?
because I'm scared.
What is it that Demi's doing right now that's making you scared to look at her face?
It's what I've done that I didn't share with her. You know, this thing is actually is holding me back. You know, and that's one of the reason. That's one of the reason we came in. I actually agreed, you know, to come into this place because I can't keep this for long. She has to know, you know, and she has to know the truth. You know, when the first time you asked me the question, you said, what do we want to achieve? What do I want to achieve? I said trust and communication. So, which is trust. I want to build a trust with her, but I've eaten myself from her. You know, there's this part of me that she didn't know,
Wow.
and I don't know how to say it because I don't want to lose her. She actually means the world to me, and
Demi?
she.
Are you hearing what he's saying?
I'm listening, but I want to hear what I haven't known because I thought I knew everything about you. So please enlighten me or enlighten us. What is it that
Demi,
I don't know?
part of building trust is
I
communication.
know, but this now I'm worried because if this communication is just coming out after how long? Okay, I'm listening. Go on, go on.
The first thing I'll ask you to help me to do is to help me to beg out on my behalf because I've really wronged her. You know, by not saying the truth, by not telling her the real part of me that she was supposed to know. I don't know how to say this because it's actually very big for me to say. You know, I don't know how to say it. She's someone I want to be with, and she's someone I want to spend the rest of my life with. So I don't know how to say this. I don't know if she's gonna get mad at me. I don't know if she's gonna. I don't know the way she's gonna take it.
Tyrell, first understand that this is a safe zone. This is a no judgment zone. And you guys have come here today because you truly want to spend the rest of your lives with each other. Am I right?
Yes.
So this is some of the steps that you are taking in order to get to that point where you can build the trust in each other.
Agreed. But that was what we're coming for. But now I feel like I'm about to find out something that's about to ruin everything.
Okay, Tyrell,
So please, cut.
do you
say
care to
it,
share?
please, already.
I have a child.
You're joking. I know.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I have a child.
Oh, you have a child.
Boy, you're joking, right?
I'm serious.
Okay.
Demi, did you know about this before?
I'm as equally shocked as you are because I think he's still joking, right? This is a joke.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
So Tyrell, when you say you have a child, what does that mean? Well, what do you
It
mean by
was
that?
it was born out of ignorance, and it was a mistake. It was a very big mistake of my life. You know, it's something I don't want to share with her at first because I don't know how she's gonna take it. I don't know how she's gonna feel about it. Like I messed up.
So,
Demi, I'm sorry. Demi, I'm
This
sorry.
is supposed to be a joke, right? Are we playing pranks?
Demi,
No,
I'm
let's
sorry.
be serious first.
Frank,
Is this a prank?
I'm serious.
this is not a prank.
I'm serious about it. I have a
Tyrell,
child.
Demi, this is not a prank.
Yeah. So why am I just finding out now?
Because I don't want to lose you.
After how long? And our families know about this.
I mean, your families know about each other.
Yes, about the whole. Wait. What were you planning on telling me? No, let me take it back. You were not planning on telling me.
No, I was actually planning of telling
When?
you, but
After the wedding?
but I'm scared to tell you. I don't know how you're gonna take it. I don't know how you're gonna take
No,
this.
because what I take it
this
now
is-
is that you are going to tell me after.
I'm
the
sorry.
wedding.
I'm sorry.
Then I look like what?
I'm sorry, Demi. Please. I really, really love you from the depth of my heart.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I messed up.
If you do love somebody, you don't hide things from them. This is
I was just
No.
scared. I was just scared to
No.
tell you. I was scared to tell you. I don't know how to say it.
And a child,
I don't.
no,
I don't.
you can't even say a child is
Okay.
a mistake.
It was a mistake because
How old is this child? Let's even start with that. Is that why you were in
Taiwo?
Nigeria to see the child?
No, we broke communication. I'm not talking with her again, but you need to know.
Taiwo, this is your chance to be completely honest with her.
Obviously,
Starting
there's a lot of
from
things I don't know.
the conception of this child. How did it happen? With whom? Where? What happened? This is your chance.
Okay, I went out that fateful day with my friends, and we're trying to, catch up. And I saw this girl, and I was like, I like the girl, and I didn't use protection. It was just a one night stand, and I don't know it's gonna mess up my life like this. I don't know. It was even before I. It was before I met you. It was before I met you. I don't know that this is how it's gonna be.
So are
But
you
I'm
in
just finding it
communication
perfect.
with the child and the mother? Are you still in communication with them?
No communication.
So
But
wait,
my
you have a
family,
kid.
but my family is communicating with them. I just send.
So your family even knows about it, and here I am doing what wife to be, wifey duties.
So, Bimilade and Taiwo,
I'm sorry.
I-
I'm sorry.
Save your apology,
Please.
Save your apology.
I want to ask you guys a question. Like when you guys started dating, what kind of conversations did you guys have with each other? What kind of questions did you ask each other about your lives, about your history, your background, your family, your morals, your values? Did you guys have any of those conversations with each other that could have precipitated him to tell you this kind of information?
I had he can say this. I made sure to lay everything down, say everything I'm expecting, what I'm looking for. I was honest. There's nothing about me he doesn't know. He knows all my friends, he knows my family. So I'm pretty much an open book. And I did say this from the beginning. I don't want somebody who would lie to me.
Okay.
I don't want someone who would hide something from me, all in the name of, I'm trying to protect you. You're not protecting me if you have a kid outside, and I don't know. Your family knows about it. How do they even see me? They'll think, oh yeah, she has a I don't understand. And then you're telling me, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not doing this today. No,
So
I'm done.
So
Please,
Demi,
please, I
I'm
beg you,
done.
please,
I'm
Demi.
done.
Demi.
I'm done. Thank you.
Jesus.
Tyler, you have to calm down. I will say this to you that the issue is not about you having a kid.
I messed up.
It's about the fact that you were not open and honest and transparent with your partner about you having a child. You heard her said that she was pretty much transparent with you. She knew everything. Oh, you knew everything about her. But she obviously did not know everything about you. Part of building trust in a relationship is having the ability to trust someone and having to be someone that is trustworthy.
I wish I was.
You didn't give her the chance to either show you whether she'll be okay with it or not. You assumed, and because of your reasons, whether selfish or not, you kept that information from her. If you want to build a healthy, long-term relationship, stable, loving relationship, it has to be built on trust and communication. A relationship that is built on a lie, when the foundation is already built on a lie, is recipe for disaster. Absolute recipe for disaster. A lot of people go into relationships without fully knowing who that person is, without even asking the necessary questions. You said the moment you saw her, it was first love at first sight. You loved her from the minute you saw her. But you kept an important part of your life. Having a child just doesn't go away tomorrow. This child is part of your life forever. When you build your relationship on a lie, when the foundation is already cracked, how do you expect the house to stand?
Can she forgive me?
Well, we're going to find out. I'm not Demilade. But in order for you or for her to forgive you, you have to retrace your steps. Retrace your steps means that you have to make a decision to be completely honest and transparent with her.
I'll try
If you
to.
cannot do that, forgiveness may not happen.
I'll try to. I'll promise to.
And take responsibility for your actions. Be accountable for your actions.
I would.
And give her time.
Can I call her?
Give her time. She's angry right now. She may you and then you may say something you don't mean. She may say something that she doesn't mean. But give her time to assimilate this, to digest this information that you just gave her. Like you literally just told her you had a child. And you guys have been dating for how long?
2 years now.
And you kept that information from her. I'm not going to tell you that this action of yours is unforgivable. I'm not going to say that. There is probably room for forgiveness, but you have to be willing to do the work. Part of it is one, welcome back. I'm glad that you came back.
I'm sorry.
I only have a question though. What are you planning to do with the child?
I don't have. It's just for me to send money to the child. I don't have any. Just for me to say. I just want to take responsibility of the child. That's it. I don't have anything to do with the mother.
How does that
My
sound to you?
question is, how do we even move forward from this entire thing? Because for me, I'm ready to call it quit.
Please, I beg you. Please don't do it.
I'm not talking to you now.
So, Demilade,
I'm ready to call it quit. I'm ready to just, that's it. Because if someone would lie to me about this magnitude of, like something of this magnitude, how much more are you hiding? As far as I'm concerned, I don't think I can trust anything that he tells me from now. So, how do we move on to this?
what is it going to take? What actions do you have to see from him? What commitment do you need to see from him to get you to that place of forgiveness? That's a question that you have to answer for yourself. I cannot answer that for you because it's both of you that is in this relationship. Whether he has a child or not, you are the determinant factor of whether you want to continue in this relationship. What do you need to see from him to show that he's committed to you, to show that he is sorry and he wants to work this out? He wants to be able to be your trust. What does he need to do for you to get to that point?
Honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Right now, I cannot give you an answer. But all I know is for now, the wedding is off until, I don't know, whenever. Because
I promise to make it up to you,
please
please.
don't talk to me.
I'm sorry.
I just know right now the wedding is off.
Don't do it, please.
Tyrell.
The wedding is off. I don't know, actually. I just don't know because
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, this is a bombshell that just hit you. It's okay not to know the direction that you want to go in right now. But I do want to say this to the both of you. That if the foundation is already cracked, how can the house stand? Now you both have to try to figure out ways to fix that crack. It might mean going back to the drawing board, laying everything on the table, cards facing up, and being completely and totally honest with each other. Trust is a vital key in a relationship. It's extremely important. And remember when I said earlier, Taiwo, that in order for you to be able to trust, you have to be vulnerable with each other. Vulnerability comes with trust. Vulnerability means sharing those intimate information about each other to each other. sharing parts of your life, letting your partner into your life. Because if you start with a lie already, the relationship may not last. So, Taiwo, you have to retrace your steps back. The trust has already been broken. It's redeemable. I'm not going to say that it's never going to be redeemable, because with God, all things are possible. When you put God at the core of your marriage and make him the pillar of your relationship and your marriage, there is absolutely nothing that you cannot overcome. But you have to be honest, be transparent with each other. Now, and for you to do that, you have to be able to trust. I know you mentioned earlier that you were scared that she may leave you, that let her make that decision. Because part of that was your own selfish reason. You wanted her all to yourself, and you felt like it was okay to keep that vital information away from her. Retrace your steps back. Start with honesty, transparency. Mr. Taiwo, please look up. I want you to look at Demi today. Look her in the eyes. Right now, this hour, this minute, what do you have to say to her? What do you want to say to her? You've just...
Nothing he's gonna say is changing anything.
I know.
It's off.
I know. And it's okay.
That's all I know. Stop. I'm not doing this. And you're the one that's gonna tell the family, because what am I supposed to tell my family exactly? Or the main reason why I called off a wedding a few months to the day.
Taiwo, do you have anything to say to Demi?
Demi, I'm sorry. I love you. Give me another chance for me to prove myself. I know I've made a lot of mistakes. And as the counselor has said, I need to retrace my step back to gain your trust. I know it's not going to be a day job for me to do that. I know it's going to take a long time. I know it's going to hit me hard.
And you have to give her that time.
I'm ready to, face the consequence. But I'm sorry for letting you down, and, for me not being truthful to you. Please, just give me another chance. I know there's always a second chance, there's no third chance. Just give me another chance. I promise not to mess up again. I promise to be transparent to you. I promise to communicate with you. And I promise that you earn my trust. Just give me another chance. And please, I want you to help me to apologize to her on my behalf, to give me another chance, not to call off the wedding, because she means the world to me right now. Please,
Demi.
and please, I made a mistake. I made a very big mistake, huge mistake. This is something I've been carrying for a long time. This is something that has broken me down. Please,
Demi, I would say this.
Forgive me.
This man has truly apologized, but the road to recovery is steep, and you have to decide to walk along that road with him together. It's not about you, Taiwo, just saying, I am sorry. Your actions, your behavior is what's really going to stand the test of time. And you have to show her, not me. You have to show Demi that you truly are sorry and you're ready to do whatever it takes to build that trust back and to get to a place where you both can trust each other again. You guys will have to come for more pre-counseling sessions, premarital counseling sessions. You guys will have to come, but the decision is in your hands. I can't force you to do that.
Yeah.
But I want you guys to go back, retrace your steps, have those necessary conversations. Ask the questions that are biting you in your mind. Ask necessary, important questions that will allow him to open up. Set boundaries. What are the boundaries in your relationship? What do you expect from him? What do you expect from a partner in a marriage? Talk about those things. Don't talk about things that are vague.
Well, I
Go
thought we had
deep, have those deep conversations.
Well, I thought we did have a good, had a good conversation, at least for the most part. Because even at the beginning of it, I did mention all the things that had to be, that were a deal breaker for me, that were things that were I didn't want to have to deal with, or I didn't want to find out from somebody outside.
Mm.
One thing, at the end of the day, at least I didn't hear it from an outsider,
Yes.
which, okay, on the fair side. But at the end of the day, you're keeping that huge secret for 2 years. And that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, okay, when were you actually planning on saying something? Is it after 5 years of marriage? Then one woman pops up out of nowhere and says, oh, this is Tyler's kid. What are you going to say then? What is your excuse then? Or something happens, or say, what would I say? God forbid, we don't have a kid. Then his parents comes up with, oh, but he has a kid outside.
Mm. Mm.
Then I find out then, and then I look like, what? So that is why I'm trying so hard as to I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. But I still stick by my decision. The wedding is off. I'm still gonna let our families know. Then if they ask why, they can ask him, and if he wants to say, that's up to him, because I am not going to be the one to break the news to my family.
Tyrell, can you see how, or can you understand her perspective regarding this issue and the angle that she's coming from?
Yeah, I do. I do. I know she's gonna. I know she's not gonna take it lightly. I know, likely. I know. I know. But it's something I'm just scared to tell her at first. But I've realized my mistakes. I wish I've spoken out. I wish I've told her from onset. We won't be here right now. Saying this. So I just wanted her to give me another chance to prove myself. I really do love her.
Giving you a chance is not the issue, but I want you to ask yourself, if I was the one with this type of secret, what would you
What
do?
would you do?
No, let's be
How
honest.
would you
If we're having an
react?
honest conversation, how would you react? What would you do? Let's turn the tables for a second.
I don't want to turn the table for a second.
But you want me to forgive you? But you don't want to. I don't get this. But you don't want to see, you don't want to, for a second, think about if it was me holding this type of secret and say, oh, you know what,
And
by
she
the
just,
way, I got a kid. After
how would
2
you
years.
feel?
How would you feel? Please.
I'll feel bad.
Okay.
Can you take your hand out of your face and look at your partner so she can see the sincerity in your eyes?
I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it right now.
I promise to be
Promises.
a changed person.
Promises. Action speaks louder than words.
Please.
So they say. So let's start with the promises.
Okay. I promise to retrace my step. I want you to take your decision, right? Try to calm down to take your decision. I don't want you to rush to take your decision.
I'm not rushing to take my
quite
decision.
understand.
The marriage is still on. Tyrone, leave it that way.
Don't do that.
Okay, Tywin, Demi, what I'm going to urge you guys to do, again, Demi, I want you to ask the Holy Spirit to help you in this situation. I totally understand your point of view and where you're coming from, but I want you guys to retrace yourself. And at some point, whether you get back together or not, you're going to have to forgive and forget so that you can be whole within your heart, within yourself, even if you're going to move on. So Taiwo and Demi, I wish you guys all the best of luck. But I also want you guys to have those conversations. Have closure in your relationship. And just believe that this is redeemable. And one of the lessons and a takeaway that I want you to take from this is not about the fact that you had a child. It's about the that you kept it from her. That's the important thing that I want you to take away from it. And for those of you that are watching us, be honest. Please be transparent. Because something as a child is going to affect the both of you. That is a huge, huge, huge secret that should never be left unsaid. I don't know what the faith of this couple is. And I pray that God just steps into that situation. But just know that honesty is key. Trust is very important in a relationship. May God bless you guys. May God restore your heart and your relationship. And remember to retrace your steps back. It's not about what you say. It's your actions going forward that's going to help you mend your relationship.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Because
You're absolutely welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
You're welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us today. It has been amazing having you guys here with me and giving you an insight into this couple's life and their relationship and things that they're dealing with. These are matters that are happening in our society. There are people, their marriages going through this. If you know that you are holding any kind of secret or withholding any vital information about yourself, you're withholding it from your spouse or your partner, please be honest with them. Please be transparent. Please communicate your fears, your anxieties. Please communicate your emotions and your feelings to your partner. Remember, a house divided against itself cannot stand. Trust is one of the biggest essential qualities or ingredients that is needed for a relationship to last long, for a loving, stable relationship. I urge you, do the right thing, be honest, communicate with your partner. God bless you. Until I see you again.